legends, and welcome to Zwifty Chat.
Hello, legends, and welcome to episode 9 of what's that was 9 of Zwifty Chat. I'm gonna have to get some more fingers or other body parts to put on the screen because I'm desperately running out. I don't know what we're gonna do when we get to episode 11. I'll have to use my imagination. We've got a recently packed show, but actually not too much. So perhaps it will finish within the 2 hour length for once. And we have the man, the myth, the legend that is Warwick Stockdale. Welcome, Warwick. How you doing, man?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, not too bad.
I've been reminiscing.
Watching that intro, it came up as Zwifting legend Josh Harris, and okay, I did think Zwifting legend was a bit over the top for me, but that explains it.
I don't know how on earth that has happened because I spent so long doing the intro video for you, and I specifically lined it. I don't know, somehow like -1, and there must be a -1 code going in there somewhere. It's very, very, very annoying. But yeah, I was just reminiscing actually about before we talked about this. I can't alter this during um whilst we're interneting. Oh, we've got double volume. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Can I volume? Right. Can I? About the first time we met, and you sent me this link. You sent me the link of the video. I didn't know that you'd even videoed it. The first time we met, which was, are you seriously saying it's like 2.5 years ago? Is that what it was?
Was it September 22? Did I see when I sent that?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
is
so
like,
yeah,
well, two
two
and a
two
quarter.
years, 3 months. Yeah.
Oh my God. And I assume that, uh, oh, there's Phil Astill. Phil Astill was there as well. So this was the first ever Z-Race stage. So the first ever Z-Race stage, and you started going off like a nutcase up this hill. It's the first lap. It's the first lap of 5. Off you go like a lunatic. Like, oh man, I don't like fast races. So I think I took an instant dislike to you. Is why I seem to remember.
Well, I think I'd decided. I think I was supposed to be doing a workout, or for some reason I thought I was supposed to be doing one.
Right.
And so I think I decided that instead of doing a workout, I would race and not care about the result. And effectively, just every time we went up that ramp, I would hit it, not max, but just push it and see if I could stretch it a bit. And yeah, that was the plan. So it's very unlike how I normally race.
What's
But
going on here? I'm on the front going down it. Man, I was rubbish at Zwift. What's going on? How comes I'm at the front? I have never seen myself at
I
the
think you
front.
missed. I think well, that's but we wouldn't if I hadn't done that and you hadn't done that. I don't think we would have ended up in this position now, or I wouldn't be anyway.
Well, I can't. I'm embarrassed looking at myself. I didn't realize I did that. I thought I was good at Zwift then. Right. So you kept going on the attack. That is a great look. Look at you at the
Yeah,
front as well. Like, look at the front again. It's like,
that
what?
was
You're on your own at the front.
that was the plan. Every time I go uphill, I'm going to push. It was kind of, and it's quite I'm a competitive person. I like to, and it's difficult to sort of forget about a result and go, I don't really care what happens in this. But it's quite liberating to just kind of go, I don't care about what happens at the end, and yeah, I almost treat it as an excuse at the end. I think I kind of like when I didn't win, I was like, well, yeah, but I was pushing.
Well, I eventually came to my senses and took some draft at least. Oh, but I'm coming to the
You
front
didn't.
again.
Well,
I
you
did
didn't
for a
at the
while.
end.
I did for a while.
Yeah,
And
until we went on a 2-man break.
oh no, what am I doing? Oh, no, oh, this is uphill. It's fine. I was like, ha, I'll punish him on the uphill. Oh no, I won't. I'll drop back. There we go. I'll drop back into the draft. And then I don't know how it actually transpired. So can you recall? Oh, we missed the turn. What am I talking about? We missed the turn. Oh, I was talking about going to Betty's Tea House, I think. Because if you don't know, uh, uh, new listeners might not know that I got married in Harrogate, so I know Harrogate quite well. And I was probably suggesting that we go to Betty's Tea House. That's my funny joke about when we're in Harrogate. It's just ha ha ha. Should we go to like the crab shack joke in on the Southern Coast roads? Yeah. So eventually, I thought, right. Was it me who suggested it? I was like, okay, if you're going to go on a breakaway, do you fancy doing it together? Is that what happened?
I can't
Can you
remember.
recall?
I can't remember if there was a message or did we just end up just going
Oh, I thought we
together
talked
anyway.
about it.
I
Did we not
can't.
talk about
We
it?
might have done. We might have done. It's a while ago
It
now.
is a while ago, isn't it? Many, many
Yeah.
moons.
I still find it. I mean, I didn't realize until you told me it. You told me a few months ago. I think it was the first ever one. I had no idea it was the first one.
Yeah, no, yeah. well, it didn't feel special at the time, did it? Because we didn't know it was going to be like a big thing, and particularly for me, it obviously became a big thing.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
I can't remember how it came. I think it might have been on the next time up. Yeah, because what's this on the? This is penultimate lap, is it?
yeah. So we, oh blimey, I thought I thought we'd tried and failed by now. I
No, no,
thought
no,
it was
no.
like
I
a
don't think so.
midway through the race kind of thing. What did we try?
No.
It's quite a big race, and so there's 49 in. Oh, Phil's on the front. Phil hasn't learned much, to be honest. He still gets on the front too much.
No, I think it was later on.
No,
I feel
I think
like.
it is about here. I think it's about here. I'm pretty sure. I wouldn't have gone on the last lap, and I came. I didn't do very well, so I was up. I was either absolutely swamped, or more likely completely knackered. So I know that I ended up 24th, and I did 3.4 for the race because I did look it up on Swift Power. So it must be here. We must go for it. Is this the hill? What?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh
it
no, this
is.
is
We're
not. Oh
coming
right, yeah,
in a second.
yeah.
Not
Go
quite
down that
yet.
way.
It'll downhill. I can't remember what point I was pushing every lap. Yeah, there we go. Where are you? Did you have your afro then? I guess not. Oh, you're in the. Oh yeah, you do. Is that you behind?
Yeah, I pretty much had the afro from the start. I think. Yeah, there we go. But I'm in the yellow with green and white stripes. Sorry, obviously. You see me sort of mid pack now. Yeah. Oh, so do I just follow you? I thought we discussed it. Oh,
No, I don't
so
think so. I think
did we talk afterwards, or did you just resent me for not being able to keep up with you?
No, I think we did stay together until we were caught. I think.
Oh, see, I'm happy. Look, I'm on the
Um,
front.
yeah, no, I think we worked well for. We got away. Definitely did. It's a bit. I can't quite see the time gaps. It's a bit blurry on my screen.
It's only a second now,
Only a
but
second. Well, I
they're
think
stretched
we
out.
did get.
Oh yeah, and you're
We did
taking a
get
turn.
away.
Oh, look at that! Isn't it beautiful when a two up, just kind of instantly works. I think that's why I thought we spoke because we had this instant, instant. You don't have to speak if the relationship's that good. You don't have to say anything, do you? You just it can be all
It's just
said with
natural.
just
We,
motions and.
yeah. No, I think we did get a bit of a gap.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm just see if I can
3 seconds, and we'll probably pull away on this hill, I'd imagine. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so
I can't remember where we got caught there. I think it was quite late. I might be wrong.
well, I think you got caught
Maybe
later
it's
than I.
got exaggerated. I thought we got caught at the same time. I find
No.
that soon.
Well,
I'm
I
very
came
excited.
24th and you came third, so you got caught better than I did then. Oh, Vegetar's there. Vegetar. It may be a different Vegetar, but yeah. These people who didn't know at the time. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, yeah. But we are getting caught with one fire. But you see, I'm doing all the work at the front. That's the problem. You're just
No,
sitting on.
right.
That's the issue.
I'm attacked every lap. What are you talking about?
That's true, actually. Oh man! Oh, at least I'm not pedaling down the hill. At least I took a break down the hill. And then, I think that's me done. I'm trying. Oh, I've got a little bit. Oh, that's almost. Ooh, looks a bit weird actually. But yeah, you keep going. Oh,
I'm
look at
still
you. Oh
good,
yeah, you pull
actually.
away there. Surely I can't keep up with you. I'm using my van. I'm using my truck.
You got lucky with an arrow, maybe. There we go.
Vegetar. Oh, I knew it'd be Vegetar. He's very strong. In fact, I think he might win. Should we just speed it up a bit?
Yes, 184 beats 185 beats a minute. Doesn't go
Oh,
much higher than that. 186.
Yeah, they've caught on though, haven't they? Once, they're attached, I'm like, I'm done. I'm done at this point. I'm like, no way.
No, for me,
But you
this was
keep on
the end of
attacking.
my
Keep on attacking, yeah, because you've got a little bit of a gap.
this was the end of my workout.
But this cruel uphill at the end.
Yeah.
2 go by. And it wasn't Vegetal. Oh, that was lovely. I honestly thought I did completely misremembered what actually happened there.
No, I think I remember. I think because I think you had YouTube in your name or something,
Oh, did
and I
I?
think oh, did you? I think you might have done on Zwifty Zwift or something.
Right.
I remember
Okay.
I remember. I record my videos so that I can watch them primarily. That's the main reason. But but then if someone else has recorded a race I'm in, then I tend to watch that as well. And I remember finding out that you hadn't recorded because you obviously weren't at that point. I think I can't remember. I messaged you or you
Sorry, were you going to
messaged me
say I wasn't
afterwards.
recording at that point all my races, or that wasn't very good?
No, you. I don't think you were recording your races at that point.
All right. Okay. I've tried to bring in the chat. I'm not sure it's a great success, but at least I can keep an eye on it. And it's a bit in the way. It's just like pointing up my chin, but apparently, Tokugawa. It was September 22 that, and then we did keep in contact. Maybe raced together a bit more and did similar things or wherever. But then you became one of my heroes by helping out in the when I had that mental breakdown trying to continue my streak. So for those who don't know, another little fact about me that I've mentioned hundreds of times is that I had a streak of winning stage after stage of Z Racing, and I think I was up to maybe about 25, 26, maybe of that order, and it was what was it, Hilly Route Reverse.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it was the.
it was up Hillycombe twice, wasn't it? Anyway, in one direction or the other.
Yeah,
I never know which way it is, but yeah,
the short one.
we had a team who somehow managed to take me home on my 7th attempt. Did you know that I did it in A the next day and I won in A?
Did you?
Yeah.
So I didn't even. So I shouldn't have even bothered.
No. But there was only 3 people in the race, and one of them was on V Power or something like that. So, but yeah. But thank you. That was awesome. And Steph apparently was in one of them with me. I don't think it was that one, but it is strange when you look back and you're like, oh, actually, like Thomas Sorensen, he was one of my early Swift races. I've mentioned this hundreds of times as well, but I beat him.
You
Beat
beat
him
him.
at Boxer. Yeah. He was
Has
apparently.
that happened many more times since?
It has not happened in the last 2 years, and apparently his weight was set like 5 kilograms too heavy, and he didn't think it would make any difference or something. Going up Box Hill twice. Yeah. So today, I've it's not meant to happen. I'm sorry. We have, if you want to move your head a bit to the
Oh, this is
so
very
we've
confusing. I
got
was just trying to.
we have got an itinerary for today. Welcome, Warwick. I suppose we've done that bit to an extent.
That's
But I'll have a bit more of an interview with you. Then we're going to talk about ZRL Round 3. Might talk about ZRS. Don't know if we should or not. Because might have expert, like the expert, next week to talk about ZRS. Goal setting maybe, but I don't know much about goal setting. Do you know much about goal setting?
What in terms of New Year's resolution type things?
Yeah. We can get. If you've got any New Year's resolutions that you'd like to share with us, put them in the chat. Oh, where is the chat? Is the chat over there? I think chat might be over there when I do YouTube. So wherever the chat is, put your biking New Year's resolutions in the chat, and we'll talk about them if they're interesting. And then we've got a very interesting video from Ben Ben Pitt, who's ill, so can't join us. And we'll have a look at that because it's very interesting. Pack Dynamics 5. Might have a look at the courses for fastest flat, the remaining ones, but they're pretty flat and they're quite fast. So not particularly interested, but might have a quick look at them. And then we've got a quiz all about January 2025. Oh, that's nice how it comes back in. Did you see that? Look at that.
No,
It goes out nicely. Watch. Whoa! Woohoo! Check that out. I don't know how it does that. I just decided to do it on its own. Right. So how did you come to that point of meeting me? Not that your life was destined to, but maybe it was. Maybe it was. In cycling
So
terms,
when,
I suppose.
yeah. So in terms of Zwift, I mean, I'd cycled before Zwift, but I'd not done regular. I'd never done races or anything outside. I'd done a few. I'd done Ride London a couple of times, and was pleased with my time. It's always faster, isn't it? 'Cause it's closed roads and all that stuff. But generally, I was commuting, and that was it. But then COVID hit, and I'd always looked at Zwift and thought that just looks like what I want to do. It's cycling and it's computer games, and it just looks fun. And COVID came, and I thought that I'm not really allowed out. So can I convince the wife to let me get a turbo trainer and get on Zwift?
Did you buy at the top of the market as well, like me? Was it like, whether there's, you're gonna have to pay if you want one?
I think I think I went with one off eBay to start, which was like a Be Cool or something, which was a wheel on, and I think I went and just the resistance was far too high. It didn't work. And thankfully, after a bit, the guy didn't believe me and was sort of questioning it. I managed to send it back. But anyway, long story. I eventually got a few, but ended up with a Elite something or other, Diretto.
Oh, did you? I
Yeah.
had one of them. I had two of them. Oh, I love that. I could sprint on that. I can't sprint on these.
well, I had that, and then I think it went wrong, and then I managed to get a Diretto X upgrade because they didn't have any Direttos 2. I got that for free. The upgrade, not for free. I paid for the other one, obviously, but and I've still got that Diretto X. I've had it since then. So, but I have pre-ordered the Jet Black Victory.
Oh, really?
So that's coming next month, I believe.
Well, you want it out, or do you think it's an upgrade, or?
Diretto X, the erg mode's playing up. So
erg mode? What do you want erg mode for? You can only do training. Huh?
Yeah, well, you would say that. I don't know. You've only ever done workouts as punishments, haven't you?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, but and this morning I did FRR and it wasn't just erg mode. It was playing up as going around the hills of Yorkshire, and it would just seem to increase my training difficulty from 50% up to 100% when I'm halfway up the mountain, which has never done that before. And when I did my post-Christmas weigh-in this morning and had to increase my weight by 2.3 kilograms, and it hurt.
Well, it sounds like you've given that machine a bit of punishment over the years. It certainly looks like it. It's had some mechanical load on it, hasn't it?
Yes, but that was 2020, and I've just I think I joined 3R racing with them for a while. I've raced a few other teams since, a bit less. I've raced with you guys and Rhino Racing, done a few ladder races with them, and I did the last ZRL with 4-star.
Why are they all so good? Whenever I get in ZRL with them, they always win. How are they all so good?
What, 4-star?
Yeah.
Or just I don't know. I mean, I was looking to do ZRL in the morning because I just sort of enjoyed the idea of kind of doing it before work and then forgetting about it rather than having to think about it while I'm working. And I think I went on Facebook, found a team from New Zealand, and so I'll give it a go.
I always used to like Kiwis, and then I worked with a team of them, and they were like amongst the most horrible people I've ever encountered in my life. It was just like, what? I thought, I've got loads of relatives in New Zealand, and they're all really, like the nicest people in the world. So I expected these lot to be, and they were horrible. They're like amongst the worst people I've ever met. But that's not to say 4-star. I assume they're.
Well, I may now not be sharing this with my 4-star teammates.
No, they're all lovely. Whenever I've competed against them, they've always been lovely, but just very good. So the 3R. What do the 3R stand for? Do you know?
I'm now going to get this wrong. Ride, race, raise.
Oh, that's nice. What a lovely uplifting.
It may not be in that order, but we'll go with that.
Right. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, another great team. And you raced with us in ZRL. Was it round 2, round 1 and 2?
Round one. Round one. I might have only managed one with you, possibly.
Oh, it felt like more. It must be. I would say 2. I would say 2. At least.
Oh, we'll go with 2 then.
But yeah, it was great. It was great to have you. Particularly because I was ill for the first one that you stepped in for, so it was very nice of you to join. I think you'd already done one that day, or maybe.
I can't remember.
Anyway, it was very much appreciated, and you did very well. So, right. What Zwift level are you? Not that we will not be in the quiz, but I just want to overload people with information that won't be in the quiz. So that.
I'm now not sure. I think I might be 83.
83?
I think so.
Well,
no, I've overdone it. I'm 79.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I did in one rare instance. I am actually ahead of you. Not very often.
Yeah. You definitely ride more than me.
I used to.
Oh, I've done. Yeah, maybe not now. Yeah. I remember. I've often used to, whenever I'd see you racing, sort of every day or maybe 2-3 times a day. I don't know how he's doing this.
Oh man, I wish I could get back to those days. I really do. I always intended. I was like, right, that's what I need. Double races, racing 2 times a day, 10 times a week. And then like, oh, actually, I need to go to London. Like, just the pandemic was brilliant, wasn't it? It was just such a great as long as you didn't die or get it, or your job was destroyed, or any of the, as long as you didn't get any of the bad stuff, it was brilliant.
I lost weight. I think I lost 5 kilos.
Yeah, I lost 24.
Well, 5 is rubbish now, isn't it?
I'm sorry, but I was starting at a far higher level, I assume. Yeah, I was obese at the start of it, like properly obese.
Was it during COVID you lost that much?
Yeah. I went in 18 months. I went from 98 to 74, pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I don't mean to boast, but yeah. I mean, if you're already
that's impressive.
Awesome, wasn't it? It was a great time for Zwift.
Yes, I think I've put that weight back on and might be slightly over it now after Christmas. But you haven't got back up to over yours, so.
No, I haven't gone back to my starting point, at least not yet. Anyway, if there was another few Christmases, then I might do. 5 kilos is a lot to lose if you're not already overweight. So I don't know. Is this chat thing working? Do people like the chat window in the middle, or is it a bit weird? And does anyone know of a good way to do the chat? So it's like it's got a transparent background and only the most recent things. If you know that, then let me know. Right. Shall we talk about ZRL?
Yep.
Cool.
Sounds like a plan.
Look, I'm gonna use my stream deck. Boom. There we go. And no, we're already on item 2. We're only 25 minutes in. Great. So, round 3, same format, pretty much. 2 TTTs, 2 points races, 2 scratch races in the same order. Got 2 flat TTTs, pretty much. They're not as flat as some of them. We've got Duce France as the first points race. We'll go into more detail. It starts January the 14th, continues to February the 18th. If you want to get involved and you're not already, then you can go to the Zwift Racers page on Facebook. You can email WTRL if you go to their webpage and tell them that you're interested. Kaboom Cycling Madness are very much looking for new riders, particularly C, B, A, D, particularly those 4. Or and the women's team of all the things, but we've fielded 2 B teams last time. We were close to fielding the C team, and we're close to fielding an A team this time. But I think we're going to get lots of DCAT interest as well. So we haven't got no women. No women, pretty much. One woman, maybe. So if you want to, if you're a woman and you want to join, that'll be very welcome. But we haven't got many more. Sorry, I'd like to. Right. So that's the intro. There's no rule changes. What do you think to the new point system? I say new. I mean the point system that there's been last year compared to this Warwick.
I think it's good not having every segment, although some last round were every segment, weren't they? But then Keith Hill After Party is only 2 segments, so it was those anyway.
Yeah, I mean the main difference I think is that there's less emphasis on FTS.
Yeah.
So the
Which
FTS.
is, yeah, I think it's good. It makes it just makes everyone kind of playing for the same thing in a way, doesn't it? It means that not everyone's kind of killing themselves for the full sprint necessarily. I guess it stops the segment starting earlier, potentially. Well, maybe not, because people
I think it's the
want to
opposite,
go from the front. You think it's the opposite? I suppose I'm thinking some people start it earlier, but they tend to start it from the back, don't they, if they're going for FDS? So I suppose, yeah, you're right. It means people go
just before
earlier. Yeah, but it's top
breakaways. Well, I think more
now,
breakaways this year. I think because it was stupid to go for a breakaway if there was 2 sprint segments, ahead of you, because you might win the FAL, but they were 10 points, and you're ruling yourself out of the FTS pretty much.
They're 20 now.
So now the FAL starts at 20, it goes down to 1, and the FTS is only for 5 places, and it goes 10 to 2.
Yeah, so we had a breakaway, one of ours last round in the Keith Hill After Party. Was that the right course?
Yeah.
Three guys went away at the sprint, and I thought that's not going to last. I'm not going to go with them, and it did last. But they started Keith Hill. That is the right climb, isn't it? It was Keith Hill. Yeah. They started it, I'd say, like a minute and 45 ahead, but they would be knackered. So they sort of sacrificed the FTS, and I always thought that, oh, here we go, you're prepared. I always thought that with sort of a higher placing finish behind them, so 3 out front. If you got fastest FTS, then you could still do quite well in the points.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was a strange one, this though, wasn't it? Because on the final climb, I mean, there was only one segment beforehand, so there was only a sprint segment, and then the last hill had FTS, FAL, and the finish points all on that segment essentially, didn't it? So they got 2 minutes.
Podium bonus points.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Which are the same as finish points, aren't they? You just might as well just change
became irrelevant, didn't it? It was like as a percentage of the points, the sprint was tiny.
Yeah.
But
it sort of, I mean, it made a bit of difference in terms of final placings, but not loads.
Yeah, I suppose if you cleaned up, if you got 30 points, then yeah.
Yeah, I think one person did. I think it might have been Doom Guy.
Oh, really?
Got 30 points on the sprint. Yeah, I got it wrong.
He went all in. It's like I've got to earn my money here.
Yes,
and he did. Climb up that bloody hill.
Yeah, I think so. But he did. He did well. I got it wrong. I thought we were sort of catching the group in front. There was a bit of a split before that, as we got onto sort of the Red Road, sort of by Buckingham Palace. And I thought we were catching them, and I eased up, and I thought, well, I'll come through, and I didn't. I think, I did catch. I think I maybe finished 7th across the line, and might have got 2nd fastest through. I think he beat me by 100th of a second in terms of, or something like that in terms of fastest time, but I might have that slightly wrong. But yeah, he cleaned up on that, and I did okay. I was fine. I think I was sitting 5th. I think this was the first time I tried this scoreboard on the left.
Yeah,
I can't see where I went.
I hate these. I hate these. Yours is actually reasonably readable. I can see the time gap. So because you've basically the one on the right. I can understand, but I can't see the one on the left. I don't understand them. Were they? Yeah, is that live points?
Yep.
Is that the live points thing? I haven't tried that. No, that is interesting.
Yeah.
And are they? They must be just trying to do the same thing that what you call it, WTRL do, assumedly. They're actually looking at the wow. Ooh, I haven't actually used that. I have seen that it's available, but I haven't used it.
It takes a bit of setting up, but it's the first time I used it. It seemed to work fine. It just doesn't show like the final at the end because you're out of the event sort of thing. But it gives, I suppose this one is less relevant because there's only one.
So do you have to give it the event ID or something like that?
Yes. Yeah, put in the event ID. I think I might have even put in the points details, and I think the finishing points was slightly wrong. But yeah, so there's a bit of effort, to set out.
For those who don't know, this is source for Zwift, and do you know what mod it is that does that? Is it a mod or is it part of the standard
yes,
stuff?
It is. No, it's not part of the standard. I am not 100% sure. I would guess it's either the Arno or Zen Master, one of those two.
Oh, Zen Master's awesome.
Yeah, I think those are sort of the main two that I tend to use. Yeah.
So they had 1 minute 30. It looks like at the bottom, and
at the very bottom, I think it's 1:45. I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we kind of clawed them back a bit. And then these two, it's a bit blurry. I can't quite see, but I think these two pulled ahead, and I thought this might be me done. But I always planned to go with around 1K 800 to go.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? With that kind of profile, where you've got that 10% bit, do you push it and push it to your limit on the slightly steeper bit, or do you try and keep it steady? So they went harder. But that maybe gives you a target as well.
Yeah, I kind of eased off on the flatter part, I think, before. I'm sorry, it's a bit blurry for me. How far is there to go?
Oh, is it blurry for the? Is it blurry for the audience as well? Can
No, I'm
anyone
not
tell me?
sure.
Can anyone tell me if they can read it? It looks actually okay on the internet, what I can see.
It's probably fine. It's just on mine. No,
Yeah.
it looks fine. I'm looking on here.
So there's 1.3 to go. Is it the last
Yeah, that
like
was me.
400? Is that's flattish?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So I think at the bridge that's coming up, I think I told myself I've got to go there, but I wasn't quite. I don't think I quite caught them. Maybe, and I just thought I'd just give it a go. It was always the plan, but I thought they'd drop me by this point, but.
Ooh, tantalizingly closer, tantalizingly closer, aren't they?
Yeah, I caught them at the right point, at the point that I was about to go. So I think I delayed a bit because I was catching, thinking, right, I'll catch them and then I'll go. Yeah, but they, yeah, there we go. Feather power up.
Oh, you kept your feather. Oh, that must feel good. Oh, you don't want to see that when you're approaching the top of the hill, do you? Some guy's just catching you. Oh, that is a killer move. Oh, that's a dagger through the heart if you've been all the way up that hill. And some guy fires a bloody feather at you. Oh,
I think
which is
the
what I
guy two
recommended on
behind's
my.
just done it.
Sorry?
I think the guy two behind's just done it as well, isn't he?
Oh, has
But
he? Oh, right.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
On the
too
right,
late.
you can
Too
see the
late.
power up.
He left it. I think he genuinely did leave his feather too late. But yeah. Oh, Tex is a bit of a character, isn't he? He's always was he in the chat a lot? Whenever I've raced him, he's been quite
Yeah.
chatty, let's say.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he was. I think I could tell what was going up front because he was complaining at the other two, or not complaining. He was, yeah. Or he was complaining, but in a jokey way about them going too fast up the hill. But yeah, I think he came third. But effectively, I think I came fourth and got fastest up the climb because I was starting much fresher than them. I think the guy who won it got the final FTS points, so which is impressive enough as it is.
Yeah, it's doing
Yeah,
solo
so I think
effectively.
I think I got more points. I think I got higher points than them in the end because of the FTS, and then not losing many points on the podium bonus and finish.
Sweet. Yeah. So we haven't really got one like that with a massive climb in, have we? I suppose the nearest one is probably everything Bagel, which has the biggest climb, but it's got two. So let's have a deep dive into the routes. So I've got each route one by one. So we are last doing Jarvis Island, only on the TTT. So wasted 8. I don't know. You do some. What is that? The volcano, I think, and then Jarvis Island, and then some stuff, tunnels, and some flatbed, and then the downhill finish into Utopia, which doesn't really matter on TTT. Nice to do Jarvis Island, I suppose. A bit weird that they left it so late. Any TTT tips that you adhere to?
I've recently became a convert of the pace line. I think before I thought it was. I know you've always done it, and I've always looked at it and gone, "It's not possible. Just stay in a group." And then recently I've kind of realised actually I think it is potentially more effective if you do it properly. Because I tried to do it a couple of times last round. In one team we did very well with it, and the other team I think was. I don't think everyone was fully convinced by it, and so you then end up people kind of pushing people out, and
Someone
I
doesn't
don't think
believe in it. You're like, no, I'm staying here. I'll just stay on third wheel. I like third wheel.
There was no sort of team kind of like commitment to do it. There was no kind of like, so I think like I was sort of trying, and other people weren't necessarily in it, and I think until I had Source, I didn't realise how much draft, I was losing from being slightly to the side. I think I always thought that there's a cone that comes out from the rider in front, and so you're sort of in the draft. But then, now I can tell people, look, I've got no draft, let me in.
Yeah, I mean, there is a cone, but it's quite narrow, and the middle is quite it's quite lovely.
Yeah, I think they,
especially if you've got two riders ahead of you and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it's just communicating, isn't it? And I've always thought, and I don't know if people agree with me, I've always thought in a TTT, if you can finish with 6, and it's a nice kind of team thing, but I always think if you haven't pushed hard enough, that someone's either done a suicide pull at the end, or you've dropped someone, then I think you could have gone faster.
Yeah, but I've made myself
some teams like to finish.
No, that's rubbish. What are we? A lot of come by finish all together. What a rubbish. Use yourselves up. Come on.
I remember one time a few years ago, 3R, and there's one guy, I think he might have been ill, and he'd sort of, for most of the ride, he'd sat in, and I basically started telling, it was if you go flat sprint finish, and I basically started telling the rest of the team, if you don't drop him in the next kilometre, you haven't pushed hard enough. which was kind of like, and I was saying he's doing amazingly well, and he did very well, but as a motivation,
he's got to go. Kick him out.
Yeah, but I think it also bugs me when people race the end. Like, it's not a sprint to the line. You're effectively, some people I've seen the sprint off and gap everyone, and they're just
I mean, it is good to get to the front, but then let people roll past you. I've certainly never finished at the front of a TTT, because if I sprint ahead, as soon as you get to the line, pretty much stop pedaling, let people get the slingshot around you. So what good info? Yeah, and the thing I like about I like many things about the pace line, but the thing is the simplicity. Just stick on that one person's wheel until you get to the front. You just watch that one person. I mean, maybe I'm obsessed with staying in the draft. So I'm used to like keeping that drafting distance and feathering my power and just micro adjusting to stay exactly where I want to be, using the least amount of energy possible. And still now I finished TTT doing, I think, fairly strong turns, and I'll still I've done stronger turns than most people and used less average power because I'm sitting in better. When I am behind, I'm using less energy. But yeah, the thing I do like the simplicity of just stick on that person's wheel, just stay there. You don't have to, there's nothing, and then you just make your way to the front. Anyway, right. So next race is Duce France. Oh, I've had a nightmare on this one in the past. Oh no, that's on TTTs. I've had some great races here in the past. That race, a points race though. So there's all the segments are in play. So Ballon Sprint, Aqueduct, KOM, Forward, Pavé Sprint. Is it the Aqueduct? Is it KO Aqueduct come Forward? If on Duce France, it's not, is it?
I don't even know which way is reverse and forward.
I would call this reverse.
I think I would assume, but I never know which way any way is forward or reverse.
This is the kind of rolly way into it rather than the the really steep way in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then you do I know, because of the way the sprint is afterwards. But I kind of, you say like this is 4 sprints, isn't it? Really, like Aqueduct KOM. That's not a climb. It's a sprint.
Yeah. It's a sprint, absolutely. And it's FTS. So, does it only begin? Yeah, so it must be what I would call the reverse. What I would call the reverse. But anyway, it's the one that it looks like the segment begins pretty much at the top of the hill. But yeah, it's good. It's nice to have a sprinter E1. This one is for the sprinters, isn't it? Very much so.
Yes, yeah, but I think that having it this way round takes out the wiggly bits in a sense of it kind of nullifies it in a way. I suppose you do have a sprint soon after them, but not really. And I think everyone just kind of sitting, no one's going to attack from then. So yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of this sort of race. But
Oh, really? Just too boring.
well, for a rider that's, I mean, I'm not. You know, you obviously get people heavier, but I'm above average weight, I'd say, and so I should really like this kind of race. But I think I always like to, yeah, have something a bit more interesting in it rather than. But then saying that, I hate the sprint segments anyway. So maybe that's
Do
why
you?
I'm complaining. Oh, I don't know. Just the. I'm not saying I'm generally okay at them. Not generally, sometimes okay at them, but I don't know. It's just it hurts. That's probably it.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on it as well. You can't, like, if you get something wrong, you can't make up for that. If you're too far back, if you're too far forward, whereas on a climb that's a minute or two, you can make up for that, can't you? I guess
yeah.
maybe. But
I mean, there are just like micro decisions that, can make or break a race. Like sometimes I've sat back and it's, just like approaching a sprint. And I'm like, and I've like almost stopped pedaling and then hit it. And it's worked, just like shot through them and just, wow, what a great decision. And then other times you get dropped and you're just like, oh, you dropped too far off. And you just
yeah,
embarrassingly bad. But those were the days. But I kind of miss the, like the ones where they used to, I don't know, like Yoko Crick Course and there'd be 12 sprints. What? 12?
yeah, those are
And they
brutal.
were just, just utterly brutal, really, hammer and tongs. And we don't seem to have, so this seems a bit more like that because it's going to be pretty hellish through people are going to try and get away through those initial rollers, I would imagine.
You reckon?
I reckon
I
so,
suppose
yeah.
for that
Get a
sprint, yeah.
breakaway, all those FAL points. Woo-hoo. And then people, and
No,
because the thing is, the sprints actually are inefficient, aren't they? So if you get in a breakaway, get a couple of sprints done, people are knackered. Whereas if you're just like, you're tempo in or, F, just above F, to get the break, get the gap, you can get a long gap if people are inefficient, because people are inefficient through a sprint, aren't they?
yeah, no, true. I think is it Dave and Chats pointed out the aqueduct followed by the second sprint is quite soon
Yeah, very
afterwards because
close
they're
afterwards. Yeah.
downhill.
So
Yeah, potentially some people trying to push on after that. Maybe depends on the size of the group, probably, doesn't it?
yeah. Oh yeah. No, I think it'll be interesting, but I could be wrong. It could be terrible. Then Road to Ruins Reverse, which I don't think we've had before in ZRL. It's quite long. I'm surprised there's only 275 meters of elevation. Road to Ruins feels a lot hillier than that. Though I suppose it's gravel. This one of them is like partly gravel, isn't it? So
It's not that steep, is it? On the elevation.
I have
the,
drawn it out. I mean, you always, the scales are always
no, I
always.
know.
So this is
Yeah, we don't.
the. So what's this? This is the. I don't know. I don't know what that bit is. I can't remember. Then there's another bit. That's the dirty suppressor. So this must be volcano, I suppose.
I
Volcano,
can't
dirty
see.
suppressor. You
Can't see
can't
where
see.
you're pointing.
Oh, sorry. So we start off with the volcano, assumedly, go up out
Mm,
towards the volcano, into the tunnels, dirty suppressor, down the hairpins, and then up the epic bypass,
yes.
down gravelly bit, and then, epic bypass reverse, basically. So you've got the jungle
Yeah.
bit in the middle.
Pretty much.
Can't see,
Yep.
unfortunately, can't see. I mean, probably even in the old days when there was big rolling resistance, difference is I can't see a bike swap working. Can you?
You have to get a gap away, don't you, for the up the is it the Epic before to get some gap down there. Yeah, I've tried it before with not with sometimes success, sometimes my worst bike swap. We did Road to Ruins the other way round in ZRL a few years ago. Yeah, I got that very wrong.
I lost to someone who did the Epic climb on a gravel bike. So they started off on a gravel bike. Did the bloody climb on a gravel bike and then obviously just flew right away. As soon as he got to the jungle, I was like, blimey, he's fast. Yeah, he was really fast on the Epic.
Yeah, it's quite impressive to hold that.
Yeah. So it's a scratch race, which I suppose is fair enough. What do you think about the scratch races? Do you think that's a good innovation?
Yeah, no, I again, it's kind of it can be a bit kind of down to everything's down to one thing, isn't it? And you can't kind of like sometimes I'm contradicting myself here. Sometimes with the sprints, like you feel like if you get some decent points in a sprint, you kind of then go, right, I can relax a bit now. I've done something. I haven't completely failed. Whatever happens from here on, but.
Yeah, like Doom guy's going to be busy this Tuesday. I think the Tuesday of this race. He's not going to feel like he's going to go. It's like whereas when it used to be, did it used to be far more points races? It feels like it did.
So when it first started, it was I think it was 6 races again. Was it 8, 6 or 8? And it alternated between points race TTT. So you had 3 TTTs and three
Really?
points races. Yeah.
I think there should be 3 points races, 2 TTTs, and 1. And I even begrudge 2 TTTs, but and 1 scratch race. I think it should be more points race. I think the points race is more interesting generally. And climb you one, a climb you one, a punch you one, a sprint you one.
Yeah, probably. I think it's good to have variation. You do get a lot of flat stuff. I think the TTTs are generally like the 2 TTTs we got here. We've got one next, haven't we? But there was a little bit in them. They're not completely flat, but at least it's not the London one that's always the same every time.
I mean, I think they probably went for Duce France and they were like, we can't do this as TTT again. We can't just swap the direction every round.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Wandering Flats. I don't know if has it missed the? No, I thought it missed the lead in, but yeah, this does have that climb up to the village. It's not, it's draftable. It's probably quite a good one to have at the end because your better riders can, your stronger riders can lead you up, drop people who are, because you want to keep people who are at all contributing for the up until that 18, 19 kilometers mark, don't you? Anyone who could take any sort of pull or even sit on the back, even doesn't matter, and then as soon as you hit the hill, stronger guys go. How long can everyone sit in? I mean, you just wait until there's 4 there, I suppose.
I looked this route up earlier, and I've completely forgotten what is that climb. I've completely forgotten.
It's the start to Mercury 40, where you go up to the village.
Yes, yeah. With the weird little crit course that they never use.
Yeah. So it's not like all the way up to the castle or anything. So it's a 2 kilometer. It's a tough old thing, especially after you've been going for 20 kilometers. But it's it's draftable for almost all of it, and not strong. It does. You can see it's slightly stepped, and they are quite nice steps to take little rests. But yeah, it's kind of draftable, but can get tough and should get tough. It'll be won and lost on that climb more than likely, I would think.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, TTT. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, who's got the strongest fourth rider on that sort
Yeah,
of thing?
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah,
yeah, that's not a bad. I love that. I tell you what, I think that is the ace strategy. If you've got a team which has got a gradient of power, there's all sorts of things you can do, isn't there? Like get them to absolutely drill it into the hill. Just kill yourself. If you've got a couple of heavier guys, maybe, get them to drill it into the hill for you. And then, stronger, lighter guy. If you've got, high watt per kilogram but lighter guys who can then, or your there's all sorts of things you can do, isn't there, about managing your power into that climb, that last 5k, to really just kill people and then be confident in your last four, because
yeah.
the draft savings are negligible. Be confident in your last four, getting you up there, and then switch to a hand bike and down the hill.
As you
No
do.
bikes, no bikes. Yeah. So, I'll do a full thing on that. I've given away all my secrets to my ZRL reconners, competitors who are all watching, trying to copy me. Right, next one. So I didn't realize this would go for so long. We haven't even watched your second video yet. Um, Everything Bagel points race. They've said I, the segments. They've said it's really confusing. They've said that the forward climb is in play, but they put it between the two sprints. So I don't know really.
So the second one
Oh yeah, I
is
suppose. But they've said that the first sprint is a forward sprint and the second sprint is a reverse sprint. And that's the opposite of what Zwifty said. It doesn't really make much difference, does it? Both the sprints are in play and
well,
one of the hills.
yeah. That I mean that. I don't know if you're coming straight out. It's a tough climb to start with. If it's you've got to climb up it anyway, haven't you? But
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's going to give it everything over the first hill, aren't they? You're not going to,
yeah,
I'll ease off a bit because it's not in play. I mean, maybe a
but,
bit, but
but that second com will have a big factor in the second sprint, won't it?
yeah, I don't think any course makes me feel as sick as this. These two, like, points, especially in points races. I did it for Dirt Racing Series when we were going for the win as well, and I happened to be the highest rated rider, and going over that second climb, oh my god, because you've given it, 5 minutes of giving it everything. I suppose it's like the 400 meters in running or something like that. It's one of those, like, it's almost a sprint. It's almost, you're almost going full in, but you're not quite. But to do it again, you can do maybe 200 meter, 100-meter runs, and I could do. I could probably do two 20-minute climbs, but I cannot do two 5-minute climbs. They're just so bloody, just gut-wrenchingly hard, aren't they?
Yeah, they get so steep at certain points.
Oh God, yeah,
Um,
yeah,
yeah, you sort of, and you also, I feel like steep bits. I did when I was doing Yorkshire this morning on Pot Bank, and I
yeah.
was sort of going up that and thinking this is after it's an individual time trial. And the guy chasing, he looked like he was about 3 meters ahead of me, and looks at the time gap, and it's 10 seconds. You're like, oh, for goodness sake!
Yeah,
And then, give me false hope there. And then as soon as it leveled out, he's off.
yeah,
I think
yeah,
he put about 15 seconds into me on that climb. I never saw him again. Um,
yeah. But he was only 4 meters away.
yeah, 4 meters away, and just an eternity. But yeah, yeah. These, I think this one, the top, especially the reverse. I think that steep part is quite handy for trying to sort of pick people off if you can. But yeah,
Yeah. Oh, when I used to be fit and just like get to that final bit, I remember someone accused me of cheating when they were like hammering it up all the way up the climb, and I was in trouble. I was with one of Ben's teammates, a burrito, And then we both just hammered it up the final 14% bit, and he was like, "You're both cheats," and he'd hammered it up as well. He just led us all the way, but he was like, "I've got," he thought he was fit, and I was fit at the time, but he thought he was fit, tried to like ride us off his wheel, and yeah, this burrito absolutely hammered me, by the way. But right. Um, Right, Dave Beachy has said, I think small routes with multiple laps would be better for scratch races, like Duchy Estate or the new Crit Loop. Opportunity for attacks and breakaways.
I once
Ooh.
did. This reminds me of this. I once did a race on the volcano circuit, so relatively short loop, and there was 2,000 people in this race.
What?
And it was horrendous because I was in the front group for a lot of it. It was open category.
Yeah.
So after I can't remember how long it was, but after like halfway run, you were catching the back people,
Yeah.
and I couldn't tell who was in my group and who wasn't. But then the people in the front, everyone had draft. So it didn't become a point of you could sit in the draft of the group and let them work on the front because they had the draft of everyone they were following. And so you had to look at the time. It was horrendous. But anyway, sorry.
Well, I
I
did this week. One of my favorite all-time races, which is called the Swift Mexicanissimo, and I haven't been able to do it since COVID due to, I don't know, the time it is. Oh well, yeah, because I was off for Christmas, so I haven't normally been able to do it. And yeah, the Mexicanissimo is 15 laps of Crit City, and it's mass start. So it's just, there's 100 people, and, after 5 laps, you're lapping Ds and all this sort of thing. And when I used to do it, I was a C, and one of the tactics to win it was to go off with the front, do a couple of laps with them, so you got a bit of pace, and then almost deliberately get dropped because all the Cs were going to get dropped, and they were going to get dropped in the next like 3 or 4 laps. So then just ease up, and then get picked up by the front group again and try to stick with them when they've slowed down. And try to stick with them on the last 5 laps or something like that when they lap you. So
just try and hold on
it's
to
such
them.
good fun. I love that sort of thing. And I love the I know it's a like really minority opinion, but I love the idea of like someone like deliberately drop in and then picking you up for to do a breakaway. You break away and they'll lap behind, and they pick you up and lap you. People hate that idea, but I love it. I think it's great.
So what was it? One ZRL, yeah, it must have been ZRL in Paris, but the reverse. It doesn't really matter which way, but I think after it must be like 4 or 5 laps, and it was a sprint every lap, points for the sprint every lap. And I think after the first 800 meters, I had one of my kids come in and say tell me that their mum had sent them to come and get me because one of the other kids had been sick. So I was like, all right, well, I'm getting off then, even though I'm in the middle of a race here. And so effectively I got off, and I was fine, came back, and I actually just joined on for the next lap and just went for fastest through every time. But it was kind of I know some people might frown on that, but and I wouldn't normally deliberately do it, but I thought I've lost points here. I would, yeah, I'm a lap behind you. I'll have a go.
I don't even see the issue. I know everyone hates me though. Like, oh, it's not fair. But it's in the rules. I like it. More tactics. Go for it. Anyway, right. We've got to get through this. Bloody hell, we've gone for an hour. We're only on point 2. Well, I've got to. Right. So, Danger Noodle. Oh, that's not Danger Noodle.
No, I was going to say.
I've posted the wrong thing. Oh man, that's annoying. Now I'm gonna have to go and find the route. Oh, I've got.
I found it.
Oh, look at my Zwift recommendations. Got a bit of chest
Top
there.
left one. Top left one looks good.
Yeah, your face. You've got your face on the internet.
I did. My kids found it very amusing seeing the trailer for this with the dramatic music,
Yeah.
and then I think. Oh, and then it made me laugh when you put Zwift beer crate runner up.
Yes, I'm sorry. I didn't know where else to put.
It's
I'm
fine.
sorry.
No,
You've
it
got
made me
many
laugh.
great achievements, I'm sure.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It was good fun that. And then my son earlier, we were watching the Celebrity Gladiators a day or so behind, and
Are they doing
and
stuff?
he,
You
he
got
said
Gladiators still? Has it come back?
they've done a Christmas special, a New Year's
Oh,
special.
really?
Yeah, I was
Are any of
watching
your kids back
that.
in?
What you know there's new Gladiators, right?
No, I didn't know there was new
What?
Gladiators.
That was last January.
What?
I've been watching it with my kids. It's great.
Oh,
But my son basically said, so to be on here, to be on Celebrity, do you have to be famous or something? And I said, well, you have to be quite famous. He went, oh, so you can't go on because you're on YouTube. I was like, no one watches my videos, son. I'm not doing that.
oh well, even the Swift Insider thing isn't particularly useful. I
No,
can't remember.
yeah, I
I
tried.
think maybe the Velo Viewer one is bad, but basically it's two times up Titans, isn't it?
Yeah, but which way does it go first? Does it go to the S's first? I wasn't sure on this because it's not. There's no
Oh,
something
right,
like
okay.
profile.
What? I can't believe I had the picture for this.
I think it might
Man,
be in the vote or the results for the results for the vote. But I looked on this page earlier and it doesn't have the profile as normal, does it?
right. It goes around the S's backwards and forwards. Then it goes up Titans
Wrong way.
reverse, and then it goes up Titans forward and finishes in the desert.
Finishes in the okay. Does it not finish back at the downtown?
Do you know, I said that with such confidence that I assumed you'd believe me.
Yeah, no, I think you turn left again, coming back out of Titans, and then finish back where you started. I
Why is all
think.
this black? Why is all this text black? What? Okay, yeah. Let's say that. Yeah. So yeah. Of course you do. Yeah.
If you go back up to the map above,
You
I think
say
that
that like it's
shows.
so easy.
Sorry.
Oh yeah. There you go. Finish. Oh, great! I love finishing in the downtown Watopia. That's a great place to finish.
Yeah, that'll be tough. Titans. I've never done Titans both ways back to back.
I tell you what, if I was fit again, I would absolutely love this course because it's such an efficiency course, isn't it? You've got, you've got the rollers of the S's. Do nothing through there. Do nothing. It's just going to be follow moves. Just ease on ease on the downs. And then through Titans as well. Titans is an efficiency, paradise. You know, so many rollers and people trying to make an effort. Don't waste your effort. It's not going to work. And then, just then hit the climb. Oh man, I wish I was fit. Oh man. Right. So, marks out of 10 for ZRL courses round 3. Join in if you're in the audience. if you're in the audience, give us just a number out of 10, digit, preferably integer, but if you want to go small decimal place, that would be acceptable.
I think there's some good ones in there. As I said, the flat ones they often end up with people just sitting in. It's not as interesting. I think TTTs are better than they have been. You've got some small little climbs in there, but which is more than it has been in the past. It's a bit better, but yeah, I don't know. I'd be going 7 or 8 or something, I think.
It's a bit higher than I thought. I think I'll go.
Okay.
I'm getting a bit bored with the
Yeah.
the format and the courses. The flat TTTs. The TTTs I'd give 6. The scratch races, I like Danger Noodle. I'd give that an 8. And yeah, the what's the other scratch race?
That was so long ago we looked at it.
I know. It really is, isn't it? It genuinely is a long time since we looked at it.
Engineer, Road to Ruins Reverse.
Oh yeah, that's all right as well. I'll give it a 7.
Everything Bagel. That's
Everything
good.
Bagel.
Yeah, so I think of the non-TTTs, it's only Duce France in my best French accent that I think isn't so good. So they're good. I think 3 of the 4.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to go 7. I'm going 7. As I said, nobody's joined. No one's mentioned anything in chat for ages. No one's even given a number. Have they all got to sleep? Have we gone far too long? Right. Okay. Let's go for the itinerary. It's not the internet's fault. I'm meant to do this. Watch. Oh, man. Right, that's what I'm meant to do. Right, let's not talk about ZRS. I have, however, got Tim Hansen lined up for next week, creator of Swift Racing app and consultant for ZRS. So all your questions about ZRS will be answered next week by Tim Hansen.
Because I haven't got a clue.
Sorry?
Because I haven't got a clue.
You don't. Are you in favour, against? Do you have strong opinions about ZRS?
It hasn't really changed much for me. I'm still sort of a similar kind of place in the second bracket,
kind of thing. Top second kind of thing.
Yeah, pretty much. Although I do find it. Sorry, you said we'll move on from this, but I do find it strange that I think you are in the same position that in one of the, what do they call it, levels? In one of the levels, we're not allowed to race in it.
That's one of the things I don't like.
They're not have like level 1 and 2 and then elite,
no, they haven't
and
called
we're
it
not
anything.
able to.
Oh right, they've got. Oh yeah, they've got. Yeah, I know what you mean. Categories 1 and 2 for the Z racing. They've got 2 different category systems and then advanced. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. I mean, they haven't. What? There should be a different name for the different levels. It should be like category 1 or gold, silver, bronze, or whatever. They should. Having these number ranges is rubbish, I think.
Yeah, but we're classed as elite, apparently, in one of them.
I don't feel like it
but,
at the moment.
No. No, I think we can race in the other one, can't we? But yeah, I'll give it a go, the elite, and I'll get dropped.
They need a special category for people like me who can only win via tricks. By doing little tricks is the only way I can do anything. I can't win by keeping up with people with power. That's not my thing at all now. I'm like, I can only win with a trick, really. Literally nobody gave a number for the ZRL races. Literally no one. No.
No, I don't care.
Come on, people, contribute. This is the, I've put your chat I'll put your chat on the internet. Nail your colours to the mast. Tell me what you think the routes are. Anyway, sorry.
Talking of tricks and stuff, Dave mentioned my New York race trick, which I think was the only reason I did all right on that one. Saving the anvil to the end. Well, sort of. Did you say to do that anyway? You probably said to do it in your preview anyway, didn't you?
I say a lot
So,
of crap.
well,
What a crap I speak.
it.
No, I haven't got that video. Sorry. Yep. Carry on.
No, it's all right. No, it's just all it was saving the anvil to the end.
I love saving the anvil to the end. It's one of my first. I think it's possibly my first video that I've got of a race is me saving the anvil to the end on New York. I love that.
Yeah, you got to get the right point, and you can do pretty well from it.
Yeah. If you want to subscribe to. Oh no, this is my channel. Yeah. No, I won't. I promised today that I wouldn't beg for viewers, and I nearly did it for the very first time. Right. Where are we? What we were talking about? ZRS. Is that ZRS done? Okay.
Well, yeah, I think you said we wouldn't talk about it, and then I accidentally talked about it. Sorry.
Oh, okay. We're going to fly through these last ones. Goal setting. I think the only thing I'd learned. So my goals for last year were rubbish, and I've learned from that process. So my first goal was to make sure that I entered 2024 as an A, and I said, right, I'm going to stay as an A all year, and I did a great race. It was like possibly my best race ever, and I won on. It was maybe even Tempest Future. I think it was Tempest Future as an A. I won as an A on Tempest Future against one of the top ranked racers in the world, and yeah, it was my best race ever, and that demoted me to a B. So that was a pretty. Seriously, it did. I was like, that's one of the worst goals you could imagine. I've done better than I could ever. I've done the best race I've ever done, and it demoted me to a B. So I don't have a goal that improving could destroy it. I don't have a goal that could be destroyed within a few weeks. Even if it got worse and it gone down, you shouldn't have a goal that can be easily destroyed. You should have one that can be recovered.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so one of the ones I'm thinking of this year, and it's really, really stretching because I did. One of my friends was doing the V Everesting last weekend, and I joined him for a lap, and he did it in 64 minutes. He was lapping in 64 minutes, and I was knackered. I was up. I did one lap, and I could have gone a little bit faster, but I'm not sure I could have done it in under 60.
Was this the other day? Was it Marco?
Yeah, it was Marco Ruffo was doing it. Yeah, and
no, I did want to join, but I had something else on.
Sorry?
No, I wanted to join and do some, but just family stuff got in the way.
But I was just like, it's V Everesting. That's not going to be. I didn't even think it'd be a thing. I didn't even think it would trouble me in the slightest. And seriously, I was in trouble by the time I got to the top in 64 minutes. My word, that is bad. So one goal that I'm thinking of this year that someone suggested, I can't remember who it was, one of my commenters.
V Everesting.
No, not quite that, but because I just don't have. I've learned I just don't have the length of times to do that. So anything over 2 hours, just forget it basically.
Fair enough.
So but I could try for doing doing an Alp time in your age, and that could be a long-term goal. So when I'm 60, do it in 60 minutes. But now I'm 51, do it in 51 minutes. which is pretty hard. That's going to be the hardest one. Obviously the younger you are, the harder it is. But doing it in 34
Yeah.
minutes at 34 would be impossible. But at this kind of age, maybe I could do it. Something to it. It's a stretch goal, but I think my PB is 56, so it's pretty stretching. And that was when I was pretty fit.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to wait a few years before I attempt that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm turning 40 this year, and I'm not doing that anytime soon.
Yeah. Oh, you are doing the epic. Are you doing the epic race tomorrow morning?
No,
Oh, okay.
I'm
What?
still signed in,
Oh, okay.
but
What's the format of the epic races nowadays? It's nearly a year since I've done them.
they kind of they've changed a bit. They seem to be a bit sporadic, not all the time, and not every. And they're later as well. They used to be at like 6 in the morning, didn't they? Or 6:37. I can't
Yeah.
remember. Now this
Maybe they
one's
were
at
every
8.
hour. I think they maybe used to be every
Uh,
hour, but and alternate courses or something like that. But
Yeah, I think I signed up for
are they
that because I
must
needed
are
to
they
do the
must
course.
start? Are they must start, or are they divided categories? Or I think they used to start the A's and B's together, or something like that.
It won't take me long to look because I'm signed in but not doing it.
Oh, so you haven't ever actually done it?
One. It is one. So not recently. I haven't. No, it's one pen 0 to 1,000 score. So
Oh, okay.
actually, I went to do it because I needed that badge. That's why I signed up for it. I signed up for it about 2 weeks ago, and then I think FRR was starting. What day was that starting? 30th, and I found out the night before that it was two ITTs. Two TTs in back to back, and I kind of threw my toys out the pram and said, "No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that." So I did this course instead as a zone 2, and that's why I use erg most of the time. Zone 2 while
Oh,
watching stuff like training videos for work that I've got to do and get through. So yeah, so I've already done the course and I've got something else on tomorrow now, so I need to unsign from that. But yeah, seeing there's 119 people now, because I was the first one to sign up for that race. Yeah, I wish maybe
oh.
I'd waited because it took me 2
Yeah, I was
hours.
thinking of
20, I
doing
think.
that, but I mean, it's this sort of thing that gets in the way because I'll be doing this tonight, and then afterwards I've got to do the chapters on it, so that'll take another hour and a half. I'm like, like by the time I get to bed, it's gonna be like 1 o'clock. Anyway. I'm really sorry, Warwick, but I've got to go to the toilet. Can I put on your video? I'll tell you what, I'll put on Ben's video, and are you, are you okay just to talk for a minute or something? I think the internet can hear him, but you're right for a minute? Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, no, I'm fine. Can they? They can hear him, can they?
I think they can hear him.
All right, I'll test and see if they can in a second. Yeah, I just worked out there was no sound on this. He might skip back and sort it out anyway. But basically, Ben was. I watched this earlier. He's set up two bikes. He's controlling, as in two different riders. He's controlling them both with the same bike, and testing the sort of steering between them. So on the left, you've obviously got no steering. On the right, you've got steering. And at this point, I think he's just kind of seeing what happens to the non-steerer on the left when he steers on the right. You can see it kind of follows across a bit. It's very blurry for me on here. But not fully necessarily. It's I don't know if you can hear me, but the sound's not on. You can't hear me. No sound, Rob. So I've been giving my own commentary.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry to leave you on your own on the internet.
It's all right. It's just so. I think what's this? This is a point where I think he found that if he moves over slightly, the non-steerer follows him. But if he goes in the gutter and then goes right into the middle, it follows a bit, but then stops part way and doesn't actually make it the whole way. If he kind of goes the whole way across the lane in one go, that was it, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah, it seems like a heat-seeking missile or something like that, doesn't it? It's like if if as long as it's nearly there, then it follows you. But if you're like completely away, then it doesn't at all. It can't. Oh, was it doesn't at all, or is it? Did you say it nearly finds you?
I think if you kind of here, I think it'll go the whole there it'll kind of follow across. If he starts from here and goes the whole way across to the other lane, there it will go part way and not
it does
quite
go
make
part of the
it.
way, doesn't it? Yeah. That's
And
weird,
stops
isn't
in the
it?
middle.
It's
If
like
you go the whole way
it's like
across.
So maybe a bit like a crap heat-seeking missile where it saw him going across, so it's like picked up. Oh, I've got a bit of draft, so I'll move. But then it went before it
They
could
lost them.
react.
They lost the heat. Yes.
Yeah.
I've found it's not completely related to this, but I found my steering recently. I don't know if it's changed, but sometimes I want to go around the corner and I want to go around on the inside. I think I found it on the grade. I'm on the inside, so I try and stick to the inside, and then halfway around the corner it moves me back into the middle, which I find annoying. But
Yeah, so I think that is a separate thing, but I think that is that unless if you don't touch it for 30 seconds or so, or some period of time, it might be 10, 20, 30, whatever, then it moves you back into the middle.
yeah, I'd like an option to be able to turn that on or off, or either change that period of
Like
time.
I'll decide. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, I think
Yeah.
so. So this is different. So this is something new, which is only in non-races, if that makes sense. So I think what we're
Okay.
seeing here is definitely different to behavior which I'm seeing in races. And I only noticed it because I did a race that wasn't technically a race. So I did it in the off the map events, which were technically group rides, but obviously the front racing. So Australians would use coffee rides, coffee breaks, and so on in those kind of races, a drum bowling, that kind of thing. And the
No dig there at all.
no. But yeah, there's
Yes.
different. There definitely seems to be different pack dynamics in group rides at the moment. And weirdly, they've not told us. They're just like not mentioned it. And I don't know if they're even engaging with people about it in the forums and so on. Forums. But yeah, so this is this in a small group ride kind of thing?
Yeah.
And I think this is on the way to being awesome. I think I really like it. So I think if you're in a group, then your steering is slower, and I think that kind of makes sense. I think it makes sense that your steering is slower. So if I'm riding alone, or if I'm riding alone, then I can, as long as I know there's no cars around, if I'm on a closed road, then I can steer wherever I want. If I'm a solo, I can take the corners, racing line, no problem. But if I'm in group, I have to be a bit more careful. I can't swoop right from gutter to gutter if I'm in a group, can I? So the steering being slower, maybe I'm not sure if it's accident or deliberate, but I kind of like it. I think the steering should be slower if you're in a group. And also, you just can't barge people. The main thing for me is that you cannot just barge through people. So have
Mm.
you got steering? You've got steering, yeah, of course you have. But
Yeah, yeah.
you can't. So currently, if you, no matter where you are, you just barge back in, can't you? Middle of the group, you're good. Or you can cut the corner, or you can, and you can just pretty much do what you want. Sometimes it's slow. Sometimes it's slower than it otherwise would be, if you're on your own. But you can. You, it doesn't matter if someone's there. You can just phase through them, and whereas this, I think this looks pretty awesome. I think it's starting to get, and there's some group dynamics which I think they just look pretty. Like these bigger group dynamics. If you keep your eye on one person, I know it's not particularly big. Let's just go to the video alone. Are we still? Can you just speak a sec?
Yep,
Yeah,
I can.
I think the internet can both hear us. So if I just think it looks really good. I think the
I
way
think
that the sorry, carry on, Warwick.
you've always not been able to steer through people, have you? So you can't. There's always been that a certain degree, but yeah, if it's moving slower, which I think is what he's showing there. And now he steers quicker, doesn't he? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
because he's got a bit more space. Yeah, but I think the other thing. So if you're stuck in a group, and you can't steer at all, which I think he does demonstrate at some point. The one thing then which he then goes on to, spoiler alert, he talks about the sort of what wasting window, as he refers to it a few times, I think from Zwift Insider, where he was finding it difficult to move up and forwards and backwards. If you can't move left and right, and you also can't move backwards and forwards to get out of that as easily, then I think you almost need to be able to move backwards and forwards a bit more to get into that space to be able to steer. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, a bit. I mean, there's no doubt that you definitely still phase through people, if you're putting out enough power. If this,
Yeah.
I think at some point this peloton, goes through, a rider who's just poodling along or something, they've
Yeah.
lapped him or something like that. And oh no, it's a pace power ride, so there's just randoms out on the road. You wouldn't want to see the pack split and and
No.
everyone has to divert around this rider, and you don't want to be held up by much slower riders. But there's just a watt wasting window in the sense that you can stay in the same place and use fewer watts, or stay in the same place and use more watts, which I think is probably about right. But yeah, you can definitely phase through people if you put in enough power still, um, which is the way I think online cycling should be. But yeah, I mean, I didn't like one thing is that it's making steering less effective, no doubt about it. Um, and
It's not. It's not in
it's not a
sort of
great
some of
sell.
the.
Sorry?
No, it's not in some. It's not in the biggest racing series in Zwift anyway, is it?
No.
It's not in. It's not in FRR either. And I'd be honest, when I'm in races that can steer, I often forget. Especially when I'm in a pack like this, there's sort of less point in doing it because
Yeah, yeah. If you're
I'm
going along here,
steering
you may
out of
as
the
well
draft.
just, the non-steerer is just
Let
as
it do
good as
its thing.
the steerer, isn't he? He's just the same. It's
Yeah,
just I think some of the advantages of steering are gonna go, and I think that's probably fair enough. Like you can't just barge right in and be given priority just because you've got steering. If there's a gap there,
yeah,
then yes. If there's not, then you can't. You can't. You shouldn't just be able to barge through everyone and always take the
no.
best. But is that a good? It's also not a great sell either, is it?
No, I might sell less Zwift blades, but I use the Zwift blade for everything else more than I do steering. Power ups and
Yeah.
ride-ons and
Yeah.
going through the menu, etc.
I haven't mastered going through the menus yet. I
No.
suppose I don't use the menus. I just like select the next race and off I go. Right. Oh, let's try and do my itinerary thing. Oh, right, okay. Should we do fastest flat? I mean, they're all flat. It's just that there's no
Yeah.
unless. Oh, I'll tell you what, because it's in the quiz, I may as well. Um, right. Just very briefly, I promise, very briefly. Oh, I've deleted the URL. Oh no. Oh yeah, I have. Yep. I've deleted the URL. Oh man.
Ben's pointed out that ladder racing for steering is that's I agree with that. He said
Yeah.
it's key for ladder
Oh
racing. You've only got 10 people in it. But I've
yeah.
had some people in my ladder team sort of say I can't race at the moment because I haven't got steering, so I'll have to come back when I've either got it or yeah. But some teams do ask for no steering.
Well, some teams ask for no steering, and the other team agrees, and then they turn up and steer.
We had one. We had one team who I think they asked us not to steer. I didn't actually race in this. So they asked my team not to steer. They agreed to it. You don't have to. Agreed to it, and then they set the course going up the grade. And they were clearly sort of stronger, 10-minute riders, and you're just like, I mean, I was glad I wasn't in it. I would have been off the back straight away. And
So
so,
they're like pointless.
yeah, I think so. I think the guys did well. There was one or two that managed to stick with them, but yeah, I think it was pretty horrendous.
Right. Okay. Flat is fast. We've already had one of them, so we did Tempest Fugit. We're doing Beach Island Loop. Apparently, Beach Island Loop is like an ancient loop. It's like prehistoric, but I thought it was a new route. But um, you do. I don't even know. I did look at this and I did try and memorize it, but you do like you do the JB thing, JB Bridge, but you go off to the side and then I don't know, you go down the hairpins, down the tunnel, back into Watopia. 2 laps, pretty boring. Um, for the bridge, for the ramp out of the tunnels and um, ramp out of the tunnels and finish downtown Watopia. Where do you tend to go, or does it depend on things? Where's your favourite place to go?
Um, well, when you're coming out of the tunnel and then going past the bottom of the hilly
Yeah,
KRM.
turning right.
Um,
There's a little bump if you can see
yeah,
just
I
towards the
don't.
finish. So you come out.
Yeah,
uh,
I don't tend to go that early. I've pushed up the ramp out of the tunnel before, but I've never properly gone for it. I don't think, and um, yeah, I tend to wait until sort of 500, 600 or so,
Yeah.
and then start pushing. Depends really on the group, but yeah, I'm not a good one for going early. Occasionally, I tell myself before that I have to do it.
Yeah, I mean,
But
there's a good point if you had the ghost. There's not the ghost. It's like draft and aero all month, draft and aero. So you got a 50-50. So I suppose it's best to save the aero. Try and get an aero and save it. I suppose this one you get 2 per lap, so you've got a good chance of getting 1 over the course of 2 laps. Um, that little ramp, little. I don't think the ramp is particularly good unless you're in a really small group. Uh, Whereas the little bump with about a kilometre to go, if you haven't got the raw power, maybe if you've got steering as well, screw them on the draft if they have good steering. Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh man, do I have to? There's no back button here. What? Oh man, I'm gonna have to put in the URL again. This is going to be painful. This is going to be painful. What? It won't even let me put in the thing again. What?
I think that finish often. I'm not that confident in that finish. I don't know why. I often feel like I just don't get the timing quite right. I don't remember sort of doing that well in many of the sprints on that finish.
I like the bridges. The bridges. So there's a bridge with about 250 to go, and obviously you've got to go by then. Yeah, I can't do the rest. I'm sorry, but the other courses are
Flat.
the other courses are not that they're in the quiz or anything, but the other courses are Beach Island Loop, which you've mentioned, Tempest Fugit we've had, London Flat, so that's a new one. That ends on London Bridge.
Okay.
But it's very flat. DJ France, obviously we've talked about, and the Fan Flats, the flattest of them all. Nothing to work with there other than the cobbles, but you know there is a little dip and a acceleration away, which I'll be trying if I'm not in the A card. Right. Okay, I think we are nearly done. Yeah, we're nearly done. Time for the quiz. Quiz. You ready for a quiz?
Yep. That's why I'm here.
I didn't ask you beforehand, so it's terrible to do so. We've kind of gone against it nowadays because no one watches them. But there is the thing about a punishment ride. I'm sorry to ask you live because I got asked live and I hated being asked live. But would you like to volunteer for a punishment ride if you don't win the quiz? It's fine to say no. Especially if you're doing FRR. If you've got any training or anything like that, just say no. Just say no.
I will. I don't know when I'll fit it in,
Okay.
but why not?
I tell you what. How about we make it time unbounded? So at some point in the future, you can do a
Okay.
punishment ride rather than necessarily a
Yes.
quiz. Is that right?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Sounds
Okay.
good. Well,
Right.
depends what the punishment ride is.
Um.
I mean, I never do amazingly well on these, so it's
Do you
it's
not?
based no, I've kind of been up there once or twice, but yeah, so it's basically I'm just agreeing to do it rather than if I
Well, some
lose.
of your research and knowledge about yourself might help. Let's put it that
Oh,
way.
okay.
Okay. Nobody's joined, but if you'd like to join the quiz, so you might win by default. No one might join.
Nice.
I started it a while ago, so oh no, I think I'm gonna have to start it again. I started it too long ago. It doesn't like it if I join. Oh man. I was like, let's try again. Apologies to anyone who tried to join with the old pin. Oh, what? I don't even know what this is. I've got some sort of game going on. I honestly don't know what's going on. Right. Okay. So get ready to join the quiz. I suggest that you download the Kahoot !app, or you can go to www.kahoot.it. And once you do so, enter the game pin, which is 6961235. Or you can scan that QR code, I assume. I've never seen anyone. Right, okay, only you're in. Should we start?
Yeah, go. Quick.
You might be the only one.
I'll choose my character.
Sean! How you doing, Sean? Great to see you. Ben Brown. How the bloody hell are you, Ben Brown? Have you got any goals for this year, Ben Brown? I think I'll have the chat up on this. I'll try and put the chat up on this other window.
My goal is just to try and get back down to 80 kilos, I think. I didn't manage all of last year, so we'll see.
Yeah, my weight goals are the most disappointing. To go the wrong way on, I went the wrong way on everything basically last year. Oh, Seb's here. I wonder who TT mascot is. That does perplex me. Oh, Takagawa's here. Ooh, safety with disc. I don't know who safety with disc is either. Melissa says she's joining via the app, and she's downloading the app. So I want to wait for Melissa, otherwise I'd start. Ben Brown's trying to regain fitness after the birth of his daughter. I didn't do any exercise for like, I don't know, 20 years after my kids were born. It was so hard. Whooshy whoosh, that's me. Don't take my name. Mel is here. Right, Mel's here. Let's start the quiz. Right. Okay, episode 9, January 2025. 3, 2, 1, let's go! What is the name of the new course for ZRL Round 3? Is it Cutie Poodle, Danger Noodle, Futile Footle, or Noggin Toodle?
I forgot it's speed as well, isn't it?
There is a bit of speed involved as well. Most of them are 20 seconds, but the faster you go, the better you get. Oh, 9 out of 9. Look at that. Oh, some experts here. And you're in fourth place. Middle, upper middle of the pack. Best place to sit.
I was being too safe by reading the other ones just in case.
Yeah. It's always, you've got to scan them, haven't you? Right. What does WTRL stand for? Is it World Tactical Racing League? Won't take racing line? What's this? Real life or World Total Racing League?
What's this? Real life?
I didn't expect to fool people with that one, but it is indeed World Tactical Racing League.
I think 4 is the only one that possibly could have been.
Yeah, it was a bit too similar, but I thought the other ones were too weird, so I thought I'd better put in one which was a bit. And then by the time people got there, they're like, "Oh yeah, that must be it." If you're one of those people who has to read them all. Oh, Warwick, second place. Come on. Moving up there. Who is TT mascot? Please reveal yourself. Come on. Right. Question 3. Who is this e-racer? I think this is the hardest question. Oh, those were meant to reveal really slowly. Is it Mary Kate McCarthy, Illy Gardner, Catherine Fura, or Lou Bates?
Oh, it's revealed slow on the app.
Oh, has it? Oh, good.
Yeah, I've half guessed. I know it's not 2 of them.
Oh, maybe it just showed me.
Oh, I got it wrong.
Oh no, really?
It was slow.
Maybe there was a disparity because it was meant to reveal, and like the face bit meant to come out last, so it looked really hard.
I misread it. I said it's not the bottom 2, and it was one of those. So I was not that.
Yeah, it was Catherine Fura, winner of Swift Games, and I think she was second.
And I knew it wasn't Lou Bates. I've ridden with her.
Yeah.
But
how many bike routes are there now on Zwift? 224, 234, 244, 254.
I've ridden with Lou Bates outside before.
Have you really? The real Lou Bates?
She's very nice. And just as soon as we hit a climb, as soon as we hit a climb, she was 3R before. As soon as we hit a climb, it was her and 2 others just like that. It's ridiculous.
Oh, was she 3R?
No, very strong.
Or is she 3R?
She was, and I think she's still in the chats and things. But I think she's now riding for other people because there were. I think she was in a league of her own in terms of riders in 3R, which she would be in most teams, to be honest. So.
Yeah. Well, you're all absolute pants. Nobody got that correct. To be fair, I didn't mention it, but I would have thought they were about 170, so I would have definitely gone for the lowest one.
I didn't even bother reading them. I was just like, I haven't got a clue. Just press one.
Yeah, no one even guessed it. I was hoping to get over 50% correct answers this week, but I don't think we're going to get there. It doesn't look like it. Which of these series are for women only? ZRL, Sisu Tour, ICD, or Herd Winter Series? I should say Ikini, apparently. Everyone got that right. There we go. About time.
Doesn't help me move up.
You did so quickly as well. Awesome. Right. Which of these worlds has the fewest routes? Is it Richmond, Scotland, Yorkshire, or Innsbruck?
No. No, I got it wrong. I panicked.
Oh, no.
I didn't. I got it right.
Oh, did you? Yeah,
right.
It is pretty close, apparently. Richmond, Scotland, and Yorkshire all have, I think, 9, and Innsbruck has 8. I can't think what those 8 are, but I could think of Lucha, Innsbruck Ring.
I thought it was going to be which one's got the least on Zwift, so I was expecting Paris or Bologna to be there.
Okay.
But yeah.
Oh, this might move you up then. Might move you back up.
Oh,
you're in podium, and you've got a nice breakaway, chase compartment. Work well with Short, and you might catch whooshy whoosh.
If I hadn't have said I got it wrong before it came up saying I was right, I might look like I knew something.
It is pretty close, to be fair. Which route has the most climbing in round 3 of ZRL? Main 8, Danger Noodle, Everything's Bagel, or Road to Ruins Reverse? It is Everything's Bagel. Road to Ruins Reverse has a surprisingly little climbing, in fact. Oh, Sean and Warwick, they've taken the lead. Seb has disgraced himself there, basically. I told him. I said it doesn't have that much climbing. Must have been doing something else at that stage. Right. Oh, this is exciting. 3 questions to go. True or false? Warwick and I first raced together on the Queen's Highway. True or false?
I should be quick here.
Yeah, I thought some people might think it's a trick question and it was actually Queen's Highway Reverse or something. But no, you all passed the test. Well, all but one. You should feel thoroughly ashamed of yourself. One.
Hopefully it's Sean.
Oh,
it was Sean. Sorry, Sean, I feel bad.
It was Sean. You've taken the lead. Oh, gosh. Very impressive. Right then, question 9. In which country will the Zwift Community Live event be held? Is it Italy, Portugal, Malta, or Spain?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Oh,
I've got it wrong.
Oh, you're joking! Oh,
I was Portugal or Spain. I was one of those two.
What?
It's in that area.
It's in Mallorca. Mallorca's nowhere near Portugal.
No, as in the two countries are next to each other. That's what I meant.
Warwick.
Sean got it wrong.
Comes back. He comes back. Oh, after dropping the lead, he comes back. Is there 2 questions left? When it says 9 out of 10, does that mean there's 2 questions left or 1? 2 questions left, I dare say. It's not impossible, Warwick, but it's going to be very, very hard. It's going to be very, very hard. Right. Double points. Which of these routes does not feature in this year's fastest flat Z Racing Series? Duché France, Fan Flats, Toon Bridges Loop, or London Flat?
few.
I'm glad I went through them. That would have been a cruel question if I hadn't gone through them, wouldn't it? It is indeed Two Bridges Loop. Oh, that's it. That is it. Oh, sorry, I thought there were two questions left. Third place, Warwick on the podium. Congratulations,
climbed
Warwick.
up a bit.
Whooshy whoosh. In second place and in first place, it's Safety with this. Oh my word! What happened to you, Seb? But congratulations, Safety with this. Would you like to make yourself known? And then there's all this weird stuff now. TT mascot and Baz. Baz, what happened? What happened, Seb? What happened, man? Oh, Sean, it was all yours for the taking.
Sean said he bottled it at the end.
Yeah, it's it's cruel. It's cruel. You see the end inside, and suddenly it just goes. But that's that is the key to winning the Zwifty Chat quiz. You've got to keep cool as the end is inside. Right. The Safety with this has not revealed themselves, so congratulations, whoever you are. Next week, we shall be joined by the creator of ZwiftRacing.app and consultant of Zwift Racing Score, Tim Hansen, one of my favorite people ever. But for now, I shall thank one of my other favorite people ever, Mr. Warwick Stockdale, for joining us. It's been an absolute delight. Thank you for adorning yourself with lights and for being such a good sport. Is there anything else that you'd like to add? Please do subscribe to his YouTube channel. It's ridiculous that not as many people watch him as watch me. That's Warwick. Is it Warwick Zwifts? Warwick Zwifts?
I think so. Yeah. I don't even know.
Awesome racer, wins many ZRL races. If you wanna learn how to win ZRL races, then watch Warwick. It's awesome. And thank you for joining me, man.
No, thank you very much. It's been good fun.
Cheers, man. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.